Hey, Nick, if you're redoing the rosters there, could I get a long weekend off?
Yeah, and can I just move my leave forward a month?
The new circumstances mean a thicker, thin blue line in the crime-ravaged streets of Mount Thomas. They are not designed to create new leisure opportunities. Yes, madam, can I help you?
My name's Madeline Blake.
That's right. You've got one of those market gardens on Midge Road, haven't you?
Yep. I read in the Gazette about people stealing food from fridges.
Yeah.
Well, mine got raided last night and I want to report it.
Good on you. Rightio, Constables Cooper and McKinley are the fridge squad. So fridge squad front and centre, please. At the Burgate.
No, mate. Lovely.
Variety. Meat, vegetables. I think some rice is missing. Whoever's doing it seems...
Sounds like a healthy eater.
Are those new rosters coming?
Oh, coming.
New rosters, what about the long weekend? Don't tell me that I've lost the long weekend.
The new circumstances...
Oh, what new circumstances?
G'day, Paige. Hey, Maggie.
Oh, Ben, what are you doing here?
Oh, he's the new circumstances.
Hi, Ben. Well, Detective Sergeant Stewart.
No, Senior Constable Stewart. I got demoted for taking Sergeant Romano apart.
Now, let me assure you, Ben, this isn't personal, but I don't like being used as a Siberia for erring detectives. Look, you've been a detective in organised crime. You've been up there with the so-called brightest and best. Now you're standing there in your brand new blues trying to look like a uniformed officer. What about your brain?
What are you getting at?
Well, is that in uniform or is that still wandering around the place somewhere in a flash suit? In my experience, detectives don't think like the rest of us. Don't get me wrong. I'm delighted to have a member of your experience, providing you can settle into what you probably see as a real backwater and providing you can stay off PJ's patch.
I'm sure I can.
I mean, it'll be speeding tickets, domestics, farmers bluing about fence lines. It'll be keeping the peace in a country town. Now, are you sure you can handle that and not get bored?
Sounds attractive.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does. All right, let's find you somewhere to stay.
Hello, I heard you were back. Oh, but if you're looking for a bed, forget it.
Oh, it's nice to see you too, Chris.
Well, it's the cattle sales from St David's. I'm fully booked with the overflow, even if you'd rung yesterday.
Oh, we only found out today. Well, what do you suggest, the railway or
No,
commercial?
I've already checked for other people. There's not a bed to be had in town. You'll just have to share
You
it.
got a phone book?
Yeah. Oh, Mari, look, thank you very much for your help. You know, there you go. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, anytime you want any more cleaning work done...
Well, my regular cleaner's coming back tomorrow, but if you'd like some casual bar work, there's weekends and nights.
Oh, no. I've got to be home for the kids. No, I just can't.
It's okay, Mum. I can look after Skipper if you need me to.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Doesn't quite work like that, I'm afraid. If you could just keep me in mind for anything that comes up.
Of course I will,
Yes.
Okay.
No point looking at hotels. We'll just go straight to hotels. Hey, look at that.
It's love, careless love. You see what love has done for me.
Johnny, can you give me a hand over here, please?
Sorrow is in my heart. Sorrow to my heart.
Furniture, not fucking around with karaoke.
It's sorrow to my heart.
Johnny, please!
In my love.
Karaoke before lunch, Chris.
Johnny and Lara are trying to flog me some scrub pint over the chest of the bar. I couldn't get the machine.
Oh, I think you should probably give up the furniture and take up singing professionally.
Well, Chris, if you can't help us, we better get back to the station, eh?
Yeah, thanks for that. Hey, Ben. You know Lara Walsh, do you?
No.
Oh, it's just that you looked at her as if you knew her.
She's an attractive woman. There's no harm in looking, is there?
No, of course not.
Let's go.
See you, Chris, Dave.
How'd you go with Chris?
Oh, no room at the inn, I'm afraid.
No chance of a doss down with you, I don't suppose.
Oh, unless you want to share a bed with Dash or myself, but I'm sure the boss wouldn't appreciate that.
Oh, the cells are quite comfortable, mate. Cold and winter, hot and summer. You don't need a calendar to tell what time of the year it is.
Yeah, I'd offer you my spare room, Ben, but it's been currently sprayed for cockroaches.
Yes, they're after his collection of pizza boxes.
Look, there's a couple of spare rooms at my place, but you'd probably prefer to stay with Faceache over in the watch house.
You mind?
No, I'd like the company. Now, no late-night music, no rowdy parties, and you do your own washing up.
You going to wear fluffy slippers like my mum? We wrap up the burger never was. Ben, gives you any trouble, you let me know, eh?
Oh, yeah, and what sort of trouble would that be?
Oh, get out of it. Wanting to doss at your place?
You know how the boss feels about members getting involved with each other.
Well, I know how I feel about it.
Well, I suppose if you have some deep ethical problem with two people in the same station having a relationship,
Yeah,
then we
right.
could always...
Listen, any problems from him, I'll warn him off.
I'll keep it in mind.
Good on you.
But I get the feeling that he's looking for trouble elsewhere.
What do you mean?
You know Lara Walsh, who runs a second-hand furniture
Yeah,
shop?
Waratahs, right?
Yeah, with a husband.
I'm sure that Ben and Lara know each other from somewhere.
I just don't understand why they're only taking food.
Yeah, all those houses, they had microwaves, they had televisions, they had videos.
Yeah, well, you know, that stuff you can flog, but this is all just tucker, isn't it? So...
Maybe they're hungry.
Maybe they are.
Hey, Nick.
Right.
Have we had any reports about someone sleeping rough around Mount
Well, I
Thomas?
tell you what, we better not have, because you know our policy on people who sleep rough in this town. We kick them into a bus, we drop them down the other side of the border, don't we, kid? That's just a joke, mate. Not very good.
Oh, yeah, you reckon the Mount Thomas busing policy is notorious, mate? The word is out.
Now, what about Madeline Blake's Fridgeburg? Any news there?
No.
You've got Fridgeburgs?
My word, we have, Benjamin. I mean, that's the great crime hotspot at the moment, the domestic fridge.
Here's a list of groceries.
No sugary stuff, there's no snacks.
And there's no fingerprints.
I'm back in a tick, mate.
Excuse me. I just went home to get something and I saw one of my windows had been smashed and I think someone's broken in.
It's Mrs. Walsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is anyone still there?
Well, I was too scared to look. See, my husband's just gone out of town to an auction and, well, I just came here.
Okay, we did the right thing. PJ, possible offenders on.
No one here. Yeah, good to see you've got some sensible locks, eh?
Oh, coming from the city. Old habits.
Yeah, well, why don't you show Senior Constable Doyle where you think they got through and I'll have a squeeze up here.
Well, I just came around the side and saw the window like that and then just panicked and ran. It's probably a good idea.
No, nobody.
Nothing? Did you happen to see a cat? A big, fat, old ginger cat? He's a bit slow on his feet and he answers to the name of PC Moggs.
PC?
Yeah, it's Pussycat. PC?
Where's the little man? Oh, is the brave boy hiding from those big bad men?
Oh. This little one was born on my bed back in high school.
Beautiful.
I don't know what I'd ever do without him.
Hello?
Frankie and Johnny went Johnny and his brand new
You don't need any cleaners at the station, do you?
We could use some singers.
Ben has graciously offered to buy drinks for everyone.
Listen, I've had a very nice lady helping me with some casual cleaning work. Mary Price?
Oh, your husband, Jim, is killed with his truck crash.
Yeah, that's the one. Now, my regular cleaner's back from holidays tomorrow, and I'd really love to help Murray get
Yeah,
something.
well, unfortunately, the station cleaning's tendered for.
Yeah, well, I thought so. Can you keep an eye out?
Yeah, I'll do my best. Look, I know when I'm licked, I'm going. I'll see you later. I'm glad you got this. It's terrific.
Okay, Maggie. Maggie, since you whipped me at darts, how about I make you think I'm a good loser? I buy you dinner.
You man, you wet your head. We've got to get tonight. Hey, Nick.
Don't do
Hey, Nick. You man. Wet his head.
Oh, yeah, no, mate, I remember this. We planned this in some detail, didn't we? Who's buying the pizza?
Why's it always got to be like this? A new bloke arrives, you buy a slab or eight, a bit of pizza and wet his head.
Mate, what's your problem? You can't have too much of this sort of splendour, can you? Miles pies, just pies in Australia. You've got great company, intellectual conversation.
Yeah, like which of the Spice Girls, assuming they came to Mount Thomas one year, would you like to take The Bachelor and Spinsters? Well, that's intellectual conversation, isn't it?
Mate, you're just jacked off because I got scary and you had to settle for sporty.
Now, he's making a sound case against you there, Ben.
Oh, look, fellas, I think I'll just take a bit of a stroll around town. Just familiarise myself.
Well, since you're not driving, Ben, how about 4 or 5 more beers, eh?
What, 10?
What, 10?
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, but it's been a long day. Before it gets too late, I want to call in on someone.
One of the Spice Girls?
Who'd that be?
I'll tell you when you're 21.
Oh, I'll tell you what, there must have been something in that pizza, mate.
No, you got to let it dissolve.
I need the fibre.
Oh, yeah. Mate, what time have you been at home last night?
Oh, it must have been pretty late.
Well, how do you know he's home?
Well, I heard this generic singing in the shower, so it's either him or a very clean burglar.
Right, so it could have been out all night.
Hey, could have been.
Morning, troops.
Morning. Did your house misbehave himself?
Yeah, he's all right.
Did Ben get over your place last night, please?
Why would he do that?
Oh, no. Did he?
No, I thought he was drinking with the big bad boy club.
Simple question.
Well, I haven't been cautioned.
Yeah, no, we'll check that out. Margaret, could you go check out the Walsh residence, please? No one's opened the shop, and the assistant's a bit worried because the phone's not being answered, and given that Berg yesterday, he could do with an inquiry.
Yeah.
Ben, can you go with her, please?
Yep, love to.
We'll send someone over right now.
Karen?
All right.
You obviously have a problem with the way I'm driving.
I just reckon that if I was driving, well, I'd get to know Mount Thomas a little bit quicker, that's all.
Yeah, probably, but we wouldn't be getting from A to B as quickly, would we?
That van coming out of the Walsh, does that belong to one of them? NGR 681. Check the date.
Guys?
Something wrong? Mr. Walsh.
Oh, we noticed the shop hasn't been opened and no one's answering the phone. In view of yesterday's burglaries, we felt that we
Oh, my fault. I should have got back earlier, but I had an auction last night and...
And Mrs. Walsh couldn't open up?
Mrs. Walsh has left me, as of last night.
Oh.
Not something you care to advertise, but these things do happen.
We'd like to have a quick word with her. Is she staying locally?
She's headed for Queensland. Needed more space. Typical woman logic.
Will you another look inside, please?
If it makes you happy, on up.
Thanks.
What do you reckon?
Failed the attitude test. So she didn't leave a note or a forwarding address?
No forwarding address in case I made a nuisance of myself. And as for a note, she's been talking about this for months. Now, what is it you want to see? Satisfied?
Is the cat still here?
Why, do you want to question him?
No, I just get the impression that she wouldn't leave him behind.
Yep, and she took that too.
Yeah? There was no blood on the window yesterday. A woman who's as worried about burglars as your wife, I don't see her leaving the back door wide open.
Well, she wasn't going to be here, was she? She was leaving. I guess at that point she just didn't give a stuff.
Something very wrong here. I went to PJ call.
So where does the trail of blood lead?
From the window to the back fence into the neighbour's yard.
What, so these fridge burglars, what, they cut themselves on the window, run around the back, drop the groceries, and hop over the neighbour's fence?
I know, what doesn't make sense is why there's a trail of blood from the window to the fence. I mean, the burglars would have used the back door. It was wide open. I don't think that this is human blood. You see, the cat's missing. Mr. Walsh was saying that Mrs. Walsh has just up and left and taken the cat. I'm not so sure.
Okay, so we're looking at cat's blood.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll get T-Boy to check a sample. You get Adam and Dash and talk to the neighbours, yeah?
Look, I love Lara. She stopped loving me. She left me. End of story, OK?
No, I understand that, Mr. Walsh, but you didn't actually see her leave, and there are circumstances warranting some concern.
The vet confirms that it was cat's blood.
Right, so your cat jumped out the broken window and your missus left without him?
Maybe he saw the carrying basket, freaked out and ran. Well, then maybe she caught him and...
So, what were your movements yesterday?
Am I being treated as a suspect?
No, as we said before, Mr. Walsh, you're not obliged to say anything.
Well, we were at the Imperial in the morning measuring up for some furniture I was hoping to sell to Chris Riley. Well, you can confirm that. You saw us there.
Mm-hmm. What, so just a few hours before your wife left you went with her to the Imperial to make a sale?
Well, when you're leaving a marriage, you don't always act logically.
All right, so you went to the Imperial to make a sale, together?
Yeah, then I drove straight to a homestead furniture auction at Bendigo. I arrived just before the auction started at 4. To give Lara some space, I'd booked into the Golden Square Motel.
And after the auction?
I had dinner at the motel, went to bed, had breakfast at 7, then drove back home to find you people on the doorstep.
So there are people who saw you at the auction and at the motel? OK. Now, were you alone in the motel overnight?
I'm afraid so. Well, had I known I was going to get the 3rd degree, I'd have tried to find company.
Can you and Constable Doyle make the appropriate phone calls, thanks?
Yep. Hey, mate, come where were you, please?
Yeah, excuse us.
I've been chasing the reg of that car Maggie and Ben saw leaving the Walsh residence. It's a rental out of Melbourne.
Rented to who? Smith Jones?
It was rented to one Terence Pickett.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I checked with Leap and it turned up a Terence James Pickett, alias Terry the Pig, convicted 7 years ago for assault. Terry the Pig's stated occupation at that time being nightclub security.
Well, assault's what they pay those bouncers
Just a bit of experience, I think.
Don't get me started.
Mate, you wear the trousers you wear.
Don't start on the trousers, please.
Yeah, before that, Terry Sapulko one day got 6 months for removing a tourist's wallet with minutes.
Good on you. Thanks for taking
Walsh was at the auction until it finished at 6.
So he was
Did you hear about this Terence Pickett thing?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, if anything has happened to Lara Walsh, my money is on a domestic.
Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye. Motel confirms that Walsh was there last night from 6:30. They're not sure what time he went to bed, but they can confirm his breakfast booking at 7 a.m.
Great, all right, tell him he's free to go. You got to admit, it's a bit of a coincidence when you say we've got this Terence Pickett, he's got form, he's hanging around this woman's place, and then she goes missing.
No, we don't know she's missing. And your bloke with form's probably just here because it's got out the coppers here at Dopey.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Walsh, thanks for your time. Now, if your wife does make contact with you, let us know.
Thank you.
Mount Thomas 208 to Mount Thomas Station.
Yes, go ahead.
We've door knocked most of the area. The lady at 221 doesn't seem to be home, but the rest of the neighbours have been saying that the Walshes have had some pretty loud arguments lately.
Hey, I think that's their cat. Here, pussy.
Dash has just found the cat.
Puss.
Don't worry about the cat. Tell me about the neighbours.
Oh.
Well, basically, they're not the happiest people on the block, but the other neighbours we spoke to were pretty vague about last night. Nobody saw her leave.
I got him. The name tag says PC Moggs Walsh and he's got a cut paw.
What's that all over your collar?
It's cat's blood.
Don't give me a kid again. Every time I send you out, you come back covered in some sort of mess.
Well, the cat was wounded. We left it with T-border stitch.
Well, as long as Mr. Walsh knows he's paying for it, you better let him know where his cat is.
There's one thing that's a bit strange. You know how some cats have those ID chips in their
Yeah, well, T-Bor scanned PC Moggs and the cat doesn't belong to Lara Walsh.
She told us that she'd had him since he was a kitten.
Well, it says on the computer list that it belongs to someone named Carly Jo Gascoigne. Carly Jo Gascoigne.
Ben, mate, you'd remember her, wouldn't you? It's Kylie Jo. She was on with Kenny Wales.
Yeah, rings a bell.
Who is Kenny Wales?
Kenny Wales, he got life for a paid hit on a bookie based on Kylie Jo's evidence. Then she disappeared.
Ben, yesterday in the pub you recognised Lara, didn't you? She's not this Carly Jo Gascoigne that you're talking about, is she?
I knew her from when I was in organised crime.
Did you know that she was on the witness protection program?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you decided to say nothing.
What else?
So when you two recognised each other in the pub, did she panic and run or?
Or what, PJ?
Nothing, mate.
Boss?
Do we have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem. I got a woman that may or may not be missing, and Ben's known since yesterday she was a protected witness.
And I was supposed to blab.
Well, once the situation started looking a bit sus, mate, you could have told us.
PJ, out there, you seem to have something on your mind.
Yesterday you recognised this woman in the pub, then last night you went to visit someone.
Oh, you should have been detective, mate. Yep. OK, I went to visit her. After I left you blokes, about 11. She was awake, we talked, I told her not to worry, that her secret was safe with me, and then I left around midnight.
That's it, is it?
No, not quite. She was talking about moving on, about leaving Johnny.
What, leaving last night?
No, she didn't say when. I wouldn't have expected her to leave so soon.
Well, the husband said that they'd agreed that she was going to leave last night.
Look, PJ, I told you what I know. The whole idea about witness protection is to forget who people used to be. Now, I promised Lara that I wouldn't say anything to anyone, and that includes you.
OK, cheers. Thanks a lot. PJ, that was Criminal Records just confirming that Terry the Pig was a known associate of the Iceman's there, faxing his record through.
Oh, that's great. You hear that, Ben? Piggott and Wales are mates.
Look, if there's anything I can do, just let us know.
Yes, mate, you can tell me that you didn't know that Wales and Piggott were known associates.
OK, Mr.
I had no idea.
Yes, Mr. Giles, we'll sort that out. OK, ta-da.
Oh, no. Please not, Mr. Giles,
You got it in one, OK. You, Cooper, you're coming with me. You look like you can do with the exercise. Some clowns left Bill Giles's gate open. His sheep are all over the highway. They're creating a disturbance. We're going to put them back in.
Ben, why don't you go with Cooper?
There's a woman missing and you want me to go and round up sheep?
That's all part of country policing, Ben.
Coming.
It's an open-air lifestyle in Mount Thomas, isn't it?
Does this business with the cat worry you?
Yeah, the fact that you didn't take it.
Yeah, worries the hell out of me. You know, she thinks the world of that cat, and she's had it all its life. She goes on witness protection and she still takes the cat with her.
Yeah. I mean, when rule number one is to cut every link you've got with your past life.
Yeah. And the bottom line is that she'll risk anything to take that cat because she loves it. She's not going to leave it behind. Not when she goes on witness protection, and certainly not last night.
Megs, Ben was there.
Where?
Listen, he left my place last night to go and see her, to tell her that a secret was safe.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's good in one respect, isn't it? At least you know that he didn't come to see me.
I'll never believe that, you know that.
What, it didn't cross your mind?
Well, I trust you.
Do you?
It's Ben I don't trust.
Come.
I'll never understand some people. Lucky there wasn't an accident. Bloody wandering sheep on the road.
Sorry? Hey, Mr. Giles, you got any idea what that is in your river down there?
Bloody hell, some buggers dumped a car in there. They've got to drink that water.
I'll get on to PJ. I want to be in on this interview.
I don't think that's a good idea, Ben.
Come on, PJ, I can't do any harm.
Thanks, boss.
Any word back on the cause of death?
Well, it looks like she died from a blow to the head from her steering lock. Then whoever did it drove her car to the dam and dumped it. You get anything?
Crime scene say the fingerprints on the Walsh fridge are from 2 small individuals, almost certainly kids. I'll get McKinley to check on the local schools and they can keep an eye out.
All right. Any news from homicide?
They're keeping tabs on the car hire company, but as yet, Piggott hasn't returned the vehicle.
So he still could be in town.
We checked the pubs, hotels, bed and breakfasts. What about the husband?
No, his alibi is soft. And any murder, the husband's always a good bet.
When anyone on witness protection gets chopped, Ben, you need to look at all the possibilities.
I always knew it could happen. We've been looking over our shoulders ever since we came here 5 years back.
Why would that be, Mr. Walsh?
I was sworn never to tell anyone this, but I guess you'll have to know or you won't be able to find her killers.
Killers?
Lara was murdered, wasn't she?
Well, we never said that, sir.
She was murdered. Lara Walsh isn't her real name. Her name's Kylie Jo Gascoigne and she was... We both are on witness protection.
Go on.
Well, when I met her 6 years ago, I was singing around the clubs, doing okay. She was going around with a bloke called Kenny Wales. Real psycho. Most frightening man I ever met. The Iceman, they called him.
Killed people. Occupation and recreation.
When she met him, she was just a kid and there was money, cars, dope. And when I met her, she was trying to get away from him, but couldn't, scared to try, and then we fell in love. She gave evidence against him so we could be together.
On witness protection. That's a pretty big step.
Tell me about it. Never see your family or friends again? Change your life, career. But if you love someone...
No, I understand this, Mr. Walsh, but why are you telling us this?
Because it'll tell you who the killers have got to be.
But Kenny Wales is still in jail.
But his team isn't. And now one of them's found...
Why would this be happening now?
Well, we've had phone calls where the callers have just hung up. And strangers asking about her in the shop.
Why didn't you report this to witness security?
You should have.
Does the name Terence Piggott ring a bell?
No.
Terry the Pig. He was a bouncer, might have worked at one of the clubs he sang in.
He was an associate of Kenny Wales's.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
OK, let's try another tack, shall we, Mr. Walsh? Your marriage was breaking up. Lara, Kylie Jo, was leaving you.
Yes.
Now, this morning you were bitter about it. Now, suddenly you're the full grieving husband.
She's dead. We might have had problems, but I love Lara and she's dead.
You sure you didn't get a bit aggro, maybe, Mr. Walsh? Pick up the phone to one of Kenny Wales's mates, Terry Piggott, maybe?
You think I'd do that to my own wife? Unless you're going to arrest me, I'm out of here.
Oh, yes, hello. I'm just trying to track down Terence or
problems,
Terry
Mr. Walsh?
Piggott.
Please contact the witness security unit and I'm sure you'll...
Forget it, Detective. They got Lara. She's the one they wanted. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get on with my life.
Go on, mate.
Are you at least going to put a tail on
You
him?
heavied him and he stopped talking.
Oh, listen, PJ, you're being too soft on him.
You're not a detective anymore, Ben, so I want you to butt out.
Gentlemen, my office now. That kind of behaviour does not belong in my station. If members of the public come in, I don't want them privy to petty arguments between members. Now, what's going on?
Kenny Wales is in jail, and Terry Piggott is not what you'd call a hot suspect.
In New Wales, he was outside the house, and there's no such thing as coincidence.
Look at his form, PJ. One mugging 8 years ago, one assault 7 years ago, and nothing since. He's very low on the food chain. There's no way he's a hitman.
Well, just because he hasn't been arrested of late doesn't make him Mr. Clean.
The weak link in all this has to be the husband. He either did it himself or he blew the whistle on her too, if you like, Terry Piggott. But the husband is prime suspect.
All right, if you actually think that, Ben, why did you just put him on his guard just then?
I wanted to scare him into making a move. Any good detective would have
know that Kenny Wales is the first place to start.
I told you this yesterday. You're just going to have to get your head round this, Senior. You are no longer CI, you're in uniform.
Don't worry. It won't happen again.
You're all right, carry on.
Excuse me, I just spoke to Carla. Terry Piggott's got a room at the commercial.
What, hang on, is he there now?
Oh, she's going to call us when he gets back.
In the meantime, PJ, there may be some merit in the idea of keeping Walsh under surveillance.
Maybe.
By maybe, I mean there is.
Oh, what's the ears?
Big enough.
PJ?
Say
PJ?
Don't say
Ben.
anything. Don't say anything.
The music is playing, the lights are on, both our cars are in the
Yeah,
driveway.
all right,
You
you
don't have
get
to
the
be a detective.
stuff on the light off.
Yes, we're coming, Benjamin.
Hello, how are you? How you doing, mate? Ah, Carlton United and Vitamin B. Excellent.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
No, mate,
No.
we just did a bit of work on the Walshbergs. Are we finished, Mags?
Yeah, look, I think so.
So you want to...
Look, I won't if you don't mind, I'll pass.
I'm not driving you away, am I?
No, I'm just going to go home and get an early night.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
So,
Oh, yeah, love one.
Yeah.
Good. So what do I owe the visit?
Well, mate, apologising's not really my best thing.
Yeah, I've been pretty good at it.
Yeah, well... Look, PJ, I feel kind of responsible for Kylie Jo's disappearance. See, I convinced her to give evidence against Kenny Wales, and I promised her she was going to be safe. I even helped her to get onto the witness protection program.
What, so you two are pretty close, eh?
No, mate, she's just a nice kid. She was just mixed up with the wrong crowd. It's an old story, but it's a true story. And look, I'm sorry if I overstepped the mark today. This uniform thing's pretty weird after what I've been used to, you know? But I'm saying sorry in the only language an old D like you understands.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot.
Yeah, hi, I was just wondering if you could tell me if you have any live music at your establishment at all.
Yeah, Terry Pickett didn't return to his
Oh,
hotel
really?
last night, and Johnny Walsh went out after Mags and I left.
Went out where?
Rooftop Lounge at St David's.
That's fantastic. His wife's murdered and he's off nightclubbing.
Yes, and he's working as a singer under the name of Slade Tremaine. Seems like he's rebuilding his career.
Right, you want to know where he sang the night of his wife's murder? The motel he was staying at in Bendigo, Golden Square. He's obviously told them not to say anything, but when I asked him about Slade Tremaine, they told us everything we needed to know.
Well, it's protection of your man to go back to your old career. You just need a photo in the paper and the boys would come calling. How do you think he's going to justify this singing paper?
Maybe he doesn't believe he's in any danger anymore.
Then he's a bloody idiot. If I'd stolen Kenny Wales's girlfriend, I'd move to another planet.
Yes?
We need to clear up a few points, Mr. Walsh.
What points?
Just open up, thanks.
What points?
Now, the night that your wife died, sir, you had a singing engagement. You didn't tell us. Why is that?
Didn't seem relevant.
Well, everything is relevant in a murder investigation, sir.
And last night you were singing in St David's, the Rooftop Lounge, weren't you?
Yes.
Surprising.
Why?
Your wife has just been murdered and you're off doing a gig?
Different people grieve in different ways. It's my way of shutting things out. I gave it up for Lara. But when she was leaving, I saw no reason not to go back to it.
I wonder what came first, the singing or the leaving.
Well, if I was on witness protection, I wouldn't want my husband back in the spotlight either. The question is, did he tip off Kenny Wales' mates to finish the argument for him?
Senior Constable Doyle, Senior Detective Hasham. This is Mrs. Childs.
Hello.
Hello.
She was out when we called before.
Ah, you've adopted PC.
Oh, he's an old sook, this cat. Wasted on his nibs in there. You're going to get him for it. Murdering that lovely wife of his.
Mrs. Childs was just telling me about the big argument in the house the night before last.
Oh, he's saying and she's saying. Tops of their voices.
Do you have any idea what the argument was about?
No, only that they were both angry.
Any idea what time it was?
Oh, just after midnight. And cars coming and going.
Now, Mrs. Childs, the he saying, did you recognise the man's voice?
Oh, I assumed it was Mr. Walsh,
Could you
but...
swear that it was Mr. Walsh?
Oh, in court? On the Bible? Oh, no.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated.
Bye-bye. Do you think it was Johnny?
Well, Johnny's alibi still stands, but there was one other person at the house that night.
What's going on?
Oh, I just need to establish your movements the night before last, mate. Senior, shut the door, thanks.
What the hell's going on? That's the voice you use for suspects. Do I get to call my lawyer?
Ah, well, we can go that route if you like, mate, but I don't think it's in your best interests.
PJ, do me a favour, mate. I've sat where you're sitting and I've said all those things. Just cut to the chase and tell me what this is all about.
Right. Well, you say that you left my place about 11, went to Lara Walsh's house, had a conversation with her and then left about midnight, yeah? Well, we now have a witness who says there was a loud altercation inside the Walsh's house just after midnight and there were cars heard to come and go in the hour subsequent.
Which means that all that happened after I left.
All right. Can you establish your time of leaving?
Only through Lara Walsh, but she's dead.
And Nick isn't sure what time you got home? Mate, you can see how it looks. Ben, you arrive in town, you recognise Lara Walsh as Kylie Jo Gascoigne, you go to her house, there's a large argument, and the next time anybody sees her, she's dead.
PJ, that's a string of events. Some of them are linked and some of them aren't. It isn't any evidence.
Just answer the question. Ben, you need to talk to me or you could end up talking to homicide.
PJ, after this, I think I'd rather, mate.
I just got a call from homicide. As we suspected, Lara Walsh died from a blow to the head from a steering lock. Blow was to the side of the head rather than the back.
So she didn't die in the car?
Well, bruising to the upper right arm suggests the offender tried to drag her out of the car before hitting her.
Estimated time of death?
Around midnight.
Mount Thomas Police, Senior Constable Doyle speaking. Oh, hi, Carla. OK, thanks very much. Bye. Terry Piggott's just landed at the commercial.
Sorry, can't help you.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Mr. Piggott. We think that you can.
Now, you were seen outside her house the day she disappeared.
What was the lady's name?
Lara Walsh.
Oh, well, that's where the misunderstanding's arisen. You see, I just wanted to buy some old furniture. I love a nice bit of scrub pine, don't you? The shop was shut, so I looked up the name in the phone book. Popped over, no one home.
Would you like to try the Three Little Pigs of Little Red Riding Hood? What would you like to hear, Sonia?
Cinderella's always been a big favourite.
Because you knew Lara Walsh, Mr. Piggott. You knew her when she was Kylie Jo Gascoigne and you were running errands for Kenny Wales.
Lara Walsh was Kylie Jo, eh? Lovely girl. Sorry to have missed her.
You don't seem very sorry.
Ah, well. Informer, fizz gig, dog. Hard words, but they did fit our Kylie Jo. Mind you, a lot of us slept better after he went away.
Mr. Piggott, we'd like to know where you were the night before last.
Drove up from Melbourne. Had a few drinks, booked into the commercial. Put the hard word on the beauteous Carla. Ate at the Chinese. Few more drinks, bed. Alone.
It's not a great alibi, Terence.
Look, mate, I haven't seen Kenny Wales since he went away. I didn't know Lara Walsh was Kylie Jo. And if all you've got on me is lack of an alibi, well, best of luck. Your prosecutor's gonna laugh at you.
Any joy?
He says he was alone in his hotel room, but Mags is checking.
You mind if I have a crack at him?
The night before last, Terry Piggott
All right,
claims
go
that
on.
he had some drinks with you. He put the hard word on, apparently. Had some Chinese,
That's
a few
all
more
good,
drinks,
so
and then
just
went to
look
bed alone. Is that the way that you see it? Well, if it helps, he said you were beauteous. OK, thanks, Carla. Bye-bye. She confirms his alibi for what it's worth.
Which is nothing.
Cheers. That was Miss Hill from the primary school. Skipper Price has been caught selling items of food to other students. He won't say where he got the food, neither will his sister Debbie.
Well, what sort of food?
Grocery lines. The family's been doing it hard, so if they suddenly got a food surplus.
Yeah, we get the picture.
Go easy on them, will you? They're battlers.
I hear you're a comedian, Terry.
Who's this?
Someone who knows Kenny Wales from the old days and knows what a total bloody psychopath he is and how much he loved Kylie Jo Gascoigne. How's he going to react when he finds out that you murdered her, Terry?
Crazy.
He might even find out that you raped her first, mate. Then how's he going to react?
You can't threaten me.
Kenny finds out about all that and you're dead. So why don't you just work with us, mate, and maybe we can sort something out.
I'm not involved in all that anymore. Security was just a leg in. I'm management now. Manage clubs. And sometimes people come to me with lost property.
Yeah, and you fence it for him, yeah.
Some antique jewellery came in recently that I wasn't too sure about. I remembered I'd had a call from the bloke you know as Johnny Walsh. Dropped off the scene suddenly. Wants to make a comeback. I heard he was in second-hand goods, so I figured one hand can wash the other. We could come to some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, so he could dispose of the jewellery and you'd give him a job in one of your clubs, yeah.
Smart man.
You sure there wasn't another agreement, Terry? You bumped her off for Johnny Walsh, didn't you?
You've got a warped mind. I brought the jewellery up here to show, Johnny. If you don't believe me, look in the boot of my car.
Well, you realise you could be charged.
Better jewels than murder.
And that one.
Okay. Snap on that.
PJ, fingerprints on the phone.
Ah, good on you. Thanks, Ben. There you go, PJ Hashem. Thanks for calling back. Yeah. Oh, that's great, mate. Thanks for that. Yep. All right. See you later. All right, some prints matching the ones on the Walsh's fridge have turned up inside their garage. What are those kids doing here?
Oh, a report came from the school while you were interviewing Piggott. Apparently they've been selling foodstuffs to their classmates.
All right. Here you go, Mr. Walsh. Detective Hashem here. Yes, I urgently need an ID on Mrs. Walsh's luggage. Yeah, if you come around this afternoon, that'd be great.
What are you up to?
We talked to those kids.
Debbie, were you and Skipper in the Walsh's garage the night before last?
No.
You at the Walsh's house?
No.
We think you might have been. Now, Debbie, we've got fingerprints of the people who've been taking food from fridges around town.
And we think they're kids.
They're not ours. We weren't there.
Okay, Debbie, now you need to listen to me very clearly, okay? Now, we think something very bad happened in the Walsh's garage. We need your help.
Where's my brother?
He's just outside. Detective Hashem, do you mind if I have a quick word with you, please? You scaring her?
She's already scared Mags, and that's because they've witnessed the murder.
Well, then they're probably traumatised and you're not helping.
I'm just looking at the big picture.
Oh, you want to tell me what it is?
Later, I want you to check out Johnny Walsh's movements the night that Lara died.
Johnny Walsh's movements.
What I said.
Yeah.
What can I do for you, Mr. Walsh?
Yes, Detective Hashem wanted me to give a positive ID on Lara's suitcases.
They're just in the cage.
Yeah, these are definitely hers.
I might just make a short statement to that effect.
Debbie, no need to be scared, okay? Now, we talked to your brother, and he told us that you saw what happened in the garage the other night.
The man hurt the lady.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened from the beginning?
We've been taking food. People leave their back doors open, and we've been nicking stuff.
You said people were giving you those things for doing odd jobs.
No, Mum. We've been sneaking out. Anyway, we went to this house, and we were going to get in the side window.
Did you break the window?
But the lady came home. So we ran. We went back later. A man drove up and went in the back way. He left the door open, so we went in. We were getting food and they were yelling at each other, and the cat was yowling, and the woman was saying he jumped out the window. We got scared and just ran away. That was when we dropped the bag of food. We were at the back. There was nowhere to hide, except the garage. So we went in there. Then we heard someone running. The lady came in, and the man was chasing her. Then he hit her. I think she was dead.
We checked again with the motel, Mr. Walsh. They confirmed that your gig finished at 10:30. You weren't seen again till the next morning at breakfast at 7 a.m.
Which gave you plenty of time to drive back to Mount Thomas, kill her, dump her body, and get back to the motel.
For the tape, Mr. Walsh shook his head.
Now, we have 2 eyewitnesses that saw you.
No, there was no one there, and...
No one in the garage when you killed her? Yes, there was.
It was an accident. I swear it was an accident.
These witnesses say you struck her with the wheel lock. That blow caused her death.
So how could that be an accident?
OK, I lost it. But she was leaving. I love Lara, but she was scared about me singing again.
Oh, that's reasonable, don't you think? Because the more successful you became, the more likely it was that Kenny Wales's mates would find out who Slade Tremaine really was, and then it was only a matter of time for her, wasn't it?
I'd never told them.
Wouldn't have to.
You booked into the motel that night, and then you drove home. How do you explain that?
Impulse.
Didn't book out.
The office was closed. I was going to phone in the morning. Do it by credit card.
It was premeditated, wasn't it, sir?
You knew the only way you could ever have your career back was if Lara or Kylie Joe was dead.
You know what the best part about this is? One day you're going to have to share a prison yard with Kenny Wales, and you're going to have to tell him why you killed the woman he loved. Best of luck.
I really thought you were planning to hang Ben out to dry.
Oh, you did you?
And I should really apologise for ever doubting your very fine skills as a detective.
Oh, Mags. You just should have waited to see where I was going with my legs.
Yeah, I should have. Well, seeing justice has been served. How about you come over to my place tonight and I'll cook some prawns, open a bottle of wine about 8.
Prawns? Wine? About 8? I can't.
Why not?
Oh, I got a dinner date with a bloke. Don't worry. He's one of your greatest admirers.
Well, just as long as there's no problem between us.
Ben, as far as I'm concerned, mate, never has been, never will be.
Paranoia.
Yes, the prime attribute of every good copper.
You were going to say detective just then,
copper,
weren't you?
sweet. Do some time in uniform before you know it, you'll be dealing with the scum of the earth.
Oh, gee, thanks. Actually, it's not too bad, you know. The scenery's pretty good.
Oh, yes. Some of the local girls have been known to love a copper, yes.
Actually, PJ, I was thinking a bit closer to home.
Ah, well, you see, Ben, the boss has got a bit of a down on relationships inside the office, you see. You've only got to look at a member sideways at someone he's thinking transfer.
PJ, just get over yourself, will you? You're not their big brother.
No, I'm not, Ben, but you see, Tom Croydon thinks that he's their father.
Ah.
Hey, Nick, if you're redoing the rosters there, could I get a long weekend off?
Yeah, and can I just move my leave forward a month?
The new circumstances mean a thicker, thin blue line in the crime-ravaged streets of Mount Thomas. They are not designed to create new leisure opportunities. Yes, madam, can I help you?
My name's Madeline Blake.
That's right. You've got one of those market gardens on Midge Road, haven't you?
Yep. I read in the Gazette about people stealing food from fridges.
Yeah.
Well, mine got raided last night and I want to report it.
Good on you. Rightio, Constables Cooper and McKinley are the fridge squad. So, fridge squad front and centre, please. At the Burgo.
No, mate.
Lovely. Variety. Meat, vegetables. I think some rice is missing. Whoever's doing it seems...
sounds like a healthy eater.
Are those new rosters coming?
Oh, coming.
New rosters, what about the long weekend? Don't tell me that I've lost the long weekend.
The new circumstances...
Oh, what new circumstances?
Oh, g'day, Peach. Hey, Maggie.
Oh, Ben, what are you doing here?
Oh, he's the new circumstances.
Hi, Ben. Well, Detective Sergeant Stewart.
No, Senior Constable Stewart. I got demoted for taking Sergeant Romano apart.
Now, let me assure you, Ben, this isn't personal, but I don't like being used as a Siberia for erring detectives. Look, you've been a detective in organised crime. You've been up there with the so-called brightest and best. Now you're standing there in your brand new blues trying to look like a uniformed officer. What about your brain?
What are you getting at?
Well, is that in uniform or is that still wandering around the place somewhere in a flash suit? In my experience, detectives don't think like the rest of us. Don't get me wrong. I'm delighted to have a member of your experience, providing you can settle into what you probably see as a real backwater and providing you can stay off PJ's patch.
I'm sure I can.
I mean, it'll be speeding tickets, domestics, farmers bluing about fence lines. It'll be keeping the peace in a country town. Now, are you sure you can handle that and not get bored?
Sounds attractive.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does. All right, let's find you somewhere to stay.
Hello, I heard you were back. Oh, but if you're looking for a bed, forget it.
Oh, it's nice to see you too, Chris.
Well, it's the cattle sales from St David's. I'm fully booked with the overflow, even if you'd rung yesterday.
Oh, we only found out today. Well, what do you suggest, the railway or
No,
commercial?
I've already checked for other people. There's not a bed to be had in town. You'll just have to share it.
You got a phone book?
Yeah. Oh, Mari, look, thank you very much for your help. You know, there you go. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, anytime you want any more cleaning work done...
Well, my regular cleaner's coming back tomorrow, but if you'd like some casual bar work, there's weekends and nights.
Oh, no.
I've got to be home for the kids. No, I just can't.
It's okay, Mum. I can look after Skipper if you need me to.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Doesn't quite work like that, I'm afraid. If you could just keep me in mind for anything that comes up. Of course I will. Okay.
No point looking at photos. Just go straight to my hotel. Hey, look at that.
It's love, careless love. You see what love has done for me.
Johnny, can you give me a hand over here, please?
Sorrow is in my heart. Sorrow to my heart.
Furniture, not fucking around with karaoke.
It's sorrow to my heart.
Johnny, please!
My love.
Karaoke before lunch, Chris. Johnny and Lara trying to flog me some scrub pint over the chairs for the bar. I couldn't get the machine. Oh, I think you should probably give up the furniture and take up the singing professionally.
Well, Chris, if you can't help us, we better get back to the station, eh?
Yeah, thanks for that. Hey, Ben. You know Lara Walsh, do you?
No.
Oh, it's just that you looked at her as if you knew her.
She's an attractive woman. There's no harm in looking, is there?
No, of course not.
Let's go.
See you, Chris, Dave.
How'd you go with Chris?
Oh, no room at the inn, I'm afraid.
No chance of a doss down with you, I don't suppose.
Oh, unless you want to share a bed with Dash or myself, but I'm sure the boss wouldn't appreciate that.
Oh, the cells are quite comfortable, mate. Cold and winter, hot and summer. You don't need a calendar to tell what time of year it is.
Yeah, I'd offer you my spare room, Ben, but it's been currently sprayed for cockroaches.
Yes, they're after his collection of pizza boxes.
Look, there's a couple of spare rooms at my place, but you'd probably prefer to stay with Faceache over